Hi, and welcome to the next enthralling instalment of Freeing Your Heels, episode 3. I haven't got a lot to show today because I'm still waiting for my boots to be delivered, and for all purposes that I can work out, it's best to wait for me to have my skis binding boots together, and then I'll get on to the mounting of the bindings and everything else that needs to be done. And hoping the boots are fit, of course. But I just thought I'd take a couple of minutes of your time to discuss how I've got to where I am with everything so far. So I've wanted to telemark for a couple of years, but never really got round to it. As I said in the first episode, I am a ski instructor, an alpine discipline ski instructor. I moved to Austria about 12 seasons ago, live here full time. And I have progressed my skiing through those years, and I'm all right now. I suppose I'm okay. Go out, fall over a lot as normal. So I needed something new to fall over on, and thought this would be the plan. So the first thing I did is I use a forum called snowheads.com. Very good, loads and loads of people on it. Very friendly bunch. And I started a thread on there. A few people kind of know me, and just asking for advice where to start, and they pointed me in a couple of directions. And I've also got a regular guest friend who stays here, who telemarks, and he's helped me with a bit of information as well. Now, what I wasn't aware of is this hornet's nest that I opened, because I'm also a member on a Telegraph group on Facebook. A Telegraph book? What? I can't remember what it's called now. That telly thing group on Facebook. Anyway. Now, I said what I've explained to you, and I just said, so what should I do? Where should I start? And then this hornet's nest opened up of 75mm against NTN bindings. And wow, that was a subject. I didn't believe, and couldn't believe quite how emotional people could get over binding types. I couldn't believe how much awful information was being supplied by people. It just wasn't helping me in any way. There was some kind of like, oh, it's ridiculous. It was like an Android and Apple thing. It was just pointless for me to go through and read everyone's comments on it. They were so cathartic and useless, basically. I did explain that because I am fine on my alpine discipline, obviously there's tons of room for improvement. But what I want from telemark skiing, that's what it's called, telemark skiing. What I want from it is exactly what alpine can't provide. So I want to be slower. And I don't necessarily mean that in a speed sense, which is when loads of people went off on one. Oh, I can go 60 kilometers an hour, I can go 8 miles an hour. I don't care. What I mean is the action and the idea of trying, even with an amazing body like mine, adopting a tiny bit of gracefulness. And trying to go for what I've seen on videos, and I've seen people doing this lovely slow motion feel, this kind of the hill lifting, the curving turns, and I want to achieve that off piste. That's my end goal. I want to go out off piste and have a great time. Now, a lot of people said, well, NTN, you can get off straight away. It's really similar to alpine bindings. It's quicker to learn. It's safer. Things don't break all the time. And basically, guys, I think that's the opposite of everything I want. I kind of want things to break. I want to know what this sport's about. And I think going from a very quick swap into an newly established and seemed to be very secure norm, I think isn't what I want to achieve. What I want is to start with the basics and see where this sport has come from. And then learn that. And then should I get into a situation where I'm skiing off piste all the time and really do want a more secure binding system or something more regular, something more reliable, then I'll upgrade over time. Now, the other reason, quite simply, I haven't got the cash. I can't just this is, at the moment, this is a whim. It's still a whim. And if I was to just blow that amount of money and on NTN bindings and NTN boots, everything else, I'll be like at least £1,000 in by now, and possibly £1,000 in on a second-hand market as well, if I could find the stuff, because it's just not available. Whilst if I go for the 75mm option, I know that I can find loads of replacement parts very easily, new binding setups. I can find stuff. It's all available. It's online. It's second-hand. Yes, it's probably second-hand for a reason, i.e. people have upgraded, but it's there. So at the moment, where I am, like I said, I've got a pair of skis for €50. Probably won't be able to drill them out, but we'll see. I've got some more if not. I've got a pair of boots. They were my main investment. Not arrived yet. They were 90 quid delivered to Austria. And I've got a pair of bindings that, as I said in the last episode, were €50. 55, I think, including postage. So there you go. So I'm all of 100 quid. What's that? €210, €220 into this. And for that, I couldn't even get close to a second-hand binding almost. I mean, happy to prove me wrong, but anyway, so that's why I've gone down the 75mm option. And also, like I said earlier, I just want it I want it to go wrong. And don't you, really? I hope so. Anyhow, catch you later. Bye-bye.